Funny thing, life. If you ever said to me that I'd be living in a homeless shelter, I'd have laughed at you. I was made redundant from my job of 18 years, and I thought, I don't want to spend the money on a deposit for a house or anything like that. I thought, I'm young, I'm going to travel. So that's what I did. I sort of travelled the world, and then I came home, and unfortunately my mum and dad had become really ill when I was away, and they had to sell the family home to pay for their care. Of course, that meant that I didn't have anywhere to live. I thought, well, that's not a problem, I'll get myself a job. But I couldn't get a job. Some friends put me up, and eventually, your friends get fed up with you. That was it, really. They asked me to leave, so there I was, homeless. Eventually, I asked for help from Worthing Church's homeless projects, and I had some great news. They said that they had a place coming up in their hostel. I couldn't believe that somebody was going to take the time, trouble, and care to look after me. Eventually, I moved to Stepping Stones project here.
Stepping Stones Hostel is the next stage from our short-term assessment hostel. It gives someone a longer base. The tenancy here is for up to 9 months. We've got 9 months here for the guys to start to rebuild their life. The support here is quite similar to the short-term assessment hostel, where they have a key worker, where they're expected to meet at least once a week. But where the guys over here are doing more voluntary work, or in some cases full-time work, that has to be fitted in around their daily schedules.
They assigned a key worker to me, and they looked over my CV, and they suggested I did some voluntary work in the meantime, just to smarten up my CV, make it look as though I was really, really keen. The key worker then said, why don't you come and volunteer in our bike recycling shop? Yeah, why not? It really made a difference that it gave you something to get up for, a routine, and I hadn't really realised how important a routine is to your life. So yeah, fantastic.
Over here we do have rules. I like to just break it down to treat people as you would like to be treated yourself. We ask for this respect. Over here we work on a lot of trust because we haven't got the staff levels over here, so a lot of it is on trust. Although there is a curfew still of 11 o'clock, the guys have got their own keys and can come in and out as they choose. Generally speaking, if someone's going to be late, they come and tell us. So it works on the trust over here, but there are a set of rules here in the background. The guys that come up here, we've done a lot of work with them at the short-term assessment hostel, so we kind of know them very, very well. They wouldn't have got here if we didn't think they were safe to put here. It's about using our gut feelings and the knowledge of the house at the time. Only drugs that are allowed are prescribed by the doctor. We do have people coming up here. They come up here on an abstinence agreement, which means they cannot drink. Then they would meet with our substance misuse worker, and over a period of time, if he says that they could then go on to a unit measured agreement, then they can drink and stick to that unit measured agreement, which is usually 0.35, which is the drink drive limit. We don't expect anybody to come in over that. If they do, then they would have to go back and see the substance misuse worker and work through why they were over that. But drugs, no. If a guy comes up here and they cannot cook, we would ask our volunteer coordinator to find someone who doesn't mind helping someone to cook. We've had that in the past, and they've actually come in here and they've done some cooking with people. Just general cooking, it might be very, very basic. If we can't find a volunteer, then they get stuck with one of us to do it. I don't mind cooking. I know other project workers have cooked, and you just literally do some simple cooking in the kitchen. It's the same with the washing machine. Some people don't know how to use a washing machine. It's just a matter of, you know, explaining, showing them what the different symbols mean, and yeah, very, very simple, practical advice. Generally speaking, we get asked, you know, how can I do this, how can I do that? And then we will offer that support. I love it. I love the people in here. There's such a diverse group in the house. They all seem to support each other. If someone's struggling in one area, they will support each other. But it is a lovely house. The support around it is lovely. It's just a great place. I can't even break it down to what it is about it for me. I suppose you do see a lot of success from the house.
Yeah, so moving here to Stepping Stones, as I said, you know, it's given me a great deal of independence. Having sort of 13 other people around is really great too, because there's always someone to talk to, and they've got some staff here that are in and out, sort of, you know, 4 days out of 6 or something like that. So, you know, you get to see different people and chat with them. Sort of the regular meetings with the key workers sort of really good as well. You know, seeing how you're going, sort of giving you a lift when you need a lift, and a bit of advice when you need advice. So yeah, it's great. Key worker meetings sort of are really helping. I also sort of attend a music group down at St Clair's Day Centre. So again, that gets me out again, meeting different people, and I'm learning the ukulele. So they've lent me the little ukulele, which is great. It's coming on well. I'm also making contact with some of my old friends that I knew when I was at work, and which is nice. Sort of getting back, you know, a bit of my old life back. Yeah, my travels around the world were really good, but coming back home and finding yourself homeless, you know, that really brings you down to earth with a darn great bump. So I'd just be really grateful to Worthing Church's homeless projects, you know, for the rest of my days, because you know the help that they're giving me is just absolutely fantastic.
You know, we get people coming back, knocking on the door, and it's lovely to see them. You know, to see the difference in people is amazing. You know, once they're out there in their own accommodation, that confidence that they get is wonderful. Yeah, we get people come back all the time. It's lovely.